and welcome to another episode of Dream Home Cooking. Today is all about pizza and pasta. I've got a delicious cold pasta salad recipe I'm going to share with you guys, and then I'm going to make a meatball pepperoni pizza with red sauce, and then I'm also going to make a pizza with white sauce. It's going to have some grilled chicken and fresh spinach and Alfredo sauce on it. And for dessert, I'm going to make a fruit pizza. And I'm actually going to go ahead and start with the dessert first, because this cookie has to cook and then it has to completely cool before I do anything else. So I'm going to do this first. So what you want to do is start with the old-fashioned roll of sugar cookies. And yes, they still make these. And I like to just take it in the package and all with a serrated knife, just cut thick slices of the cookie dough. So once you get it sliced, we're going to take, and I've washed my hands thoroughly, we're going to take and just start laying these thick slices around in the pan, because what's going to happen is I'm going to make one giant cookie. Okay, and so now what we're going to do, and make sure you get all the wrapper off of the cookie. I'm just going to kind of lay it around the pan evenly. And then rather than trying to use my hands, I'm going to take a piece of parchment paper or wax paper, big enough to cover the pan, and then just lay it on top, and then you're just gonna work this cookie dough. And you gotta put some elbow grease into it, and it takes a few minutes to just get it all spread out to where it's one big cookie. Okay, so I've pressed this as much as I can with the parchment paper. Now I'm gonna go in and just use your fingers to work the cookie dough just until you have no bare spots on the pan. And here's the other trick with this. You're gonna bake this at 350 for exactly 9 minutes. I've done it enough to know that 9 minutes is perfect. Of course, I know all oven temperatures can be different, so you wanna watch it. But when you take it out, you're gonna say, oh my goodness, this is too doughy, it's not ready. I promise, if it sits on the counter for 30 minutes to an hour to cool, it will be the perfect texture, because you don't want it real crunchy for this dessert. Okay, so we're all set with the dough. Now I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 for 9 minutes. I'm going to clean this up and get everything ready for the pasta salad. Okay, so the cookie's in the oven, and now I'm going to get started on my Italian pasta salad. I love these kind of salads. You can make cold pasta salads 200 different ways. So today I'm going to show you guys how I do this one. I have started with 3 tablespoons of real mayo, and I use Hellmann's, that's my favorite. And then to that, I'm going to add a teaspoon of vinegar. This just gives it a little bit of a tanginess, but not too much. So a teaspoon of vinegar. Then 2 tablespoons of white sugar. I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon of salt. About a teaspoon of black pepper, because I love black pepper. You can even add more if you'd like. A teaspoon of garlic powder. And then about a half a teaspoon, I like to just put it in my palm, half a teaspoon to teaspoon of basil. And then later I'm going to garnish this with fresh basil, but I just use dried for that. Now I'm going to take and stir this mixture just to get everything mixed well. All right, and then the last thing I'm going to add for the dressing part of this is a half a cup of zesty Italian dressing. And I know all these ingredients sound crazy together, but they are absolutely delicious. And of course, as usual, it's going to be better the next day because all these flavors marry together. And I'm not going to put any meat in this one today, but you could certainly throw grilled chicken in it and then have a completely delicious quick pasta salad for lunch or dinner. Okay, so that is mixed well. And then the last couple things I'm going to do is add, this is bow tie pasta. You can use any kind you like, but this is 12 ounces. And I've cooked it and just cooked it al dente, or where it's firm to bite. You never want your pasta salads to be real mushy, gushy, overcooked pasta. And get this dressing all mixed around these little bow tie pastas. And it's gonna look like, at first, it's gonna look like it's too much dressing. But as it sits and absorbs this dressing, it will be perfect. Okay, and then the other 2 ingredients I'm gonna add to this, 3. This is a cucumber that I diced. And remember, if you don't like any of this stuff, you can certainly leave it out. You can add extra things in it. That's the beauty of cooking. You don't have to always follow a recipe to the T unless you're baking. But this is sun-dried tomatoes. We love those, so I'm gonna put those in here as well. And then lastly, I have some crumbled feta cheese. So I'm just gonna take the feta, and I use about 3/4 of the package, and you can always put more on top of it when you serve it. And that's it. This is done. I'm gonna pop it in the fridge, and then when we come back, I'm gonna get started on our 2 homemade pizzas.
In choosing a contractor in today's market, you know, finding someone that is going to take care of you and make sure that you're happy with their product, with the quality, it's not an easy task today. The most important thing to me is doing what you say you're going to do, taking care of the customer, installing a product that is superior. My motto is call the lady with a team you can trust, and I feel confident that we are a team that you can trust.
Since 1983, individuals and businesses in Alabama have relied on Wolf Jones, Conchin, Wolf, Hancock, and Daniel for their legal representation. Our experienced attorneys offer high-quality legal counsel in commercial law, real estate, and personal injury litigation. So if you need an attorney, hire the best attorney you can. Call the experienced North Alabama attorneys of Wolf Jones, Conchin, Wolf, Hancock, and Daniel to arrange your initial consultation, because we're dedicated to setting the standard for legal services.
My father started this business in 1977. The people that work for us is part of what sets us apart. All of our employees have experience. All of our plumbers have been with us for 10 years or greater. Our motto at Dean & Son is quality and service. We're going to do quality work. We don't leave people hanging. We're there when we're supposed to be. We're done when we're supposed to be. Living up to what you sell and service them after they pay you, that's where your integrity in the plumbing business comes.
Dean & Son Plumbing Company. Call today at 518-9780.
Okay, I've got all of my pizza ingredients out, and now I'm getting ready to build the pizzas. But before I start that, I have got some mushrooms, onions, and bell peppers that I want to saute. I've already got 2 tablespoons of olive oil that have heated up, and I'm just going to throw in. It's 1 bell pepper that I sliced long ways, and the same with the onion, and then about 1/2 pound of mushrooms. If you love mushrooms, I sliced those up. And some people like to put their vegetables on the pizza just raw, and that's okay too, but I like them a little bit cooked, a little bit tender. So it'll take about 8 to 10 minutes, and I just occasionally stir this until they get a little browned and a little tender. All right, after about 5 minutes into having the onions and peppers cook and the mushrooms, I like to add about a teaspoon of sugar because this helps to caramelize the onions and just gives it just a tiny sweet flavor. All right, these are pretty much where I want them to be. So now I just want to add just a little dash of minced garlic, about a teaspoon or a teaspoon and a half, if you like garlic, and you can certainly leave it out if you want. And then I'm just going to give it a good stir. You always want to do that last because you don't want the garlic to burn because it'll make everything bitter. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off. Okay, so the heat's off, and I'm just gonna pour these into a bowl. All right, so our vegetables are cooked, and now I'm ready to start building my 2 pizzas. And I just like to put the crust, and this is store-bought pizza crust. I place these on something that I can just slide it into the oven because I'm actually gonna cook these pizzas directly on the rack. That's what makes the crust so delicious. So I'm gonna get started first with a little olive oil. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit, probably 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon. And then I've got a brush that I'm just going to brush it to the ends. And this is so simple. Now, in the Friday family, there are many times where we pick up the phone and call in a pizza. But sometimes it's just extra special to make them for your family. And it doesn't require very much effort at all. And it's fun to get everybody involved, especially the little ones. Little children love to participate in cooking. Okay, I'm gonna start with the red sauce pizza. So I've got just whatever your favorite pizza sauce or spaghetti sauce is. This is actually the Prego Pizzeria style pizza sauce. So I'm gonna start with just spooning. I'm not gonna use this whole jar, but we like a lot of sauce on our pizzas, so I am gonna use quite a bit. And I just spread it almost to the edge, leaving just a little room so when you grab the pizza slice, you don't get sauce everywhere. Okay, so now my sauce is ready. My sauce is all spread out. Now, the next step is, this is the meatball pepperoni pizza. So what I did, these are frozen meatballs. I love to make homemade meatballs, but my children requested, Christina was home from Auburn last weekend, and they requested for their birthday dinner, Mom's spaghetti and meatballs, but the frozen meatballs. So that's what this is, left over from the weekend. So I went ahead and just sliced them. So that's why it looks like there is a little sauce on there. I had a lot of meatballs left over. Pulled them out of the sauce, sliced them with a bread knife, and so now I'm going to use them on this pizza. And this is a hearty pizza because you're gonna have 2 types of meat on it. Now you can leave the pepperoni off if you'd like. So I've got a little extra meatballs. So now I'm gonna take some pepperoni. I'm just gonna kind of put them every so often. Okay, so I've got the pepperonis. Now I am going to add our delicious cooked vegetables. And this is definitely a cheat night pizza because it's not low in calories. Okay, so we've got that. And then the last step, let's move this out of the way, is to put some mozzarella cheese. And I like the mozzarella cheese that has a touch of Philly in it. It just melts beautifully on the pizza. And I don't oversaturate with the cheese. All right, so that is looking good. So that one is ready. I'm gonna put this in the oven at 425 for just 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes. You just wanna watch it just until that cheese melts nice and creamy over the top. Okay, so now I'm ready for the second pizza. And this is my white pizza. And again, I like to just use a jarred sauce just because it just makes life simple. This is the Bertolli Alfredo sauce. So I've already, put the olive oil on it a minute ago, so now it's ready for the sauce. And I'm gonna start with about 3 tablespoons, and that may just do it for this one. Okay, so there is the white sauce on that one. And now I'm gonna get my grilled chicken. And your pieces of chicken, they don't have to be perfectly cut. You can just rough chop them, slice them, shred it, however you want to do it. All right, that about does it. And this is equivalent to about 1.5 chicken breasts, just so you guys know. All right, now I like to take some fresh spinach and I pull the little stems off and then just place them around on top of the chicken. I think this is very pretty. You could even take some sliced tomatoes, especially when they're in season, the little ones, and just place them on there and talk about beautiful. All the red and green. Okay, so this one is now finished up. You can see in just a matter of minutes, I've got 2 delicious pizzas. All they have to do is bake for 10 minutes and then you're ready for dinner. So I'm gonna put the cheese on this one and pop these in the oven, and then when I come back, I'm gonna finish up my dessert pizza, and then it won't be long and Mike will stop by to taste all of these delicious pizzas.
When we came to looking for a cabinet company and a manufacturer to use, and with Wellborn being the selection, Wellborn has a good foundation within the company and the folks that run their company. And when you have a good foundation, things typically follow suit with that and things will stay steady. Their values, I feel like, are on a solid foundation. I feel like their true intent is to build a product that will be a lasting product, and you're gonna love what you see.
Wellborn Cabinets, the essence of cabinetry, at Woodland Homes of Huntsville.
Want to create something extraordinary? Create perfection. Our lifestyle appliances make it easy. GE Monogram, Bob Wallace Appliance, and you, when only the best will do.
I had the best dream last night. We were building a new house or remodeling, and I found the most gorgeous tile. Tumble noche for the master bath, Venetian gold granite for the kitchen, and a beautiful custom backsplash. And while shopping, I ran into Jean-Luc.
So, you're heading to Jenkins Brick and Tile today?
Yeah.
I'll go with you.
Jenkins Brick and Tile, Madison Boulevard in Madison. We'll show you the tile of your dreams.
Okay, we're back and I've got my pizza cookie dough is all ready, and I was even tempted after 9 minutes. I opened the oven and I thought, ooh, it still looks like it needs to cook. I do it every time, but I don't. I just go ahead and pull it out of the oven, and now it's perfect. Okay, so what you're gonna do, and you wanna make sure this is completely cooled. It took about 30 minutes to completely cool it down. Now I've got an 8-ounce block of cream cheese that I let sit out at room temperature. I'm gonna add a half a teaspoon of vanilla to that. Then I've got a half a cup of white sugar that I'm gonna add to this cream cheese, and that's gonna become our base. That's what I'm gonna spread on the crust. All right, so you wanna put a little elbow grease into that. Make sure you mix all that sugar in real well with the cream cheese. And then I'm gonna spread it onto the crust with a little spreader. This is another flexible recipe where if you wanna add blueberries or blackberries, kiwi, you can just really be creative. Okay. Now just gently spread that mixture evenly onto the cookie. And this is such a pretty dessert too when it's finished. Just work with it till you get it all spread evenly. Okay, so I've got this spread evenly, and now the next step is to slice some bananas. And I like to use 3 bananas. You can use 2, you can use 4, however you want to do it. All right, that was banana number 3. Now I'm just going to spread these little guys out. Okay, so those are spread out. Now the next step, you might say, well, how in the world do I keep those bananas from turning? Well, this crushed pineapple will do the trick. So what you want to do is take a 20-ounce can of crushed pineapple, drain the juice out real well. You want to reserve a tablespoon of the juice, which I'll show you what that's for in a minute. But just take this pineapple and just evenly place dollops over the bananas. Today, our featured community is Foxfield, and I'm gonna tell you what, it's out in Madison, and it is a gorgeous community. It's actually where our showcase home was featured this past fall with the Home Builders Association. I encourage all of you to go and visit that gorgeous model home out there. The property out there is gorgeous with rolling hills, beautiful old trees, a wonderful clubhouse with swimming pool, an area to have parties if you don't want to mess up your house. I just highly encourage you guys to go out to Foxfield, and Mike will give you guys a lot more details about it when he joins us later. But I'm going to go ahead and finish up this pizza. After I put the pineapple, then I'm going to put some strawberries, and this is about 1.5 cups of fresh strawberries that I sliced. And you want to use the fresh. The frozen are going to be too wet, which is going to cause this pizza to be really soggy. So I do encourage the fresh. All right, and so then on top of the strawberries, I've got a small can of mandarin oranges that you want to drain. And then you just come around and put those wherever you can find a spot. All right, and now I'm going to put some pecan halves. And if you would rather them chopped finer, you can certainly use that too. And then, I'm not going to do it now because I don't want it to make it soggy, but you take that tablespoon of pineapple juice that you reserved, and you're going to put, this is a strawberry preserve, a jar of strawberry preserves that we're almost finished with, so it's perfect. It's a 1/2 cup left down in there. I'm going to mix these two together to make a glaze. So before you serve the pizza, we're going to pour, and I'll show you guys later, but we're going to put that glaze on top of each slice. And then you garnish it with whipped cream, chocolate syrup, caramel syrup, however creative you want to get with it. Okay, so I'm going to finish up putting these pecans over the top. I'm going to check on my pizzas, and when we come back, Mike Friday is going to join us, and he will be ready to taste all these delicious pizzas.
There's something about carpet that gives a room a warm, soft feeling. Our carpet also gives you something else, peace of mind. All of our exclusive carpet brands are made in the USA and come with a lifetime warranty. So feel free to live your life exactly the way you want. Get your soft carpet from the flooring experts at Wolde Flooring. Visit our new showroom in Madison, locally owned since 2002.
Well, today we're out here at Foxfield, and Foxfield is one of my favorite communities. The homes out here are what we consider our executive series. They're more of our upper end homes that we're building. And what makes Foxfield's such a great community? Well, there's a lot of things, but a lot of people are interested in having full basements, partial basements, and even daylight basements. We have homes that are going to be 4 bedrooms, even 5 bedrooms. We are connected to the Greenway Trail in the city limits of Madison here, so it's easy access to for biking, for running, for jogging, which just makes this just a great community. As you can see, some of our home sites here back up to what we call the preserve area. So your home sites are going to be totally private to where you really won't have anybody that'll be backed up behind you. So you'll have totally private wooded home sites are also available. You know, this particular farm was developed by its original owners. The farm had been in this family for over 50 years, and when they decided to develop it, they decided to partner up with Woodland Homes because they were familiar with the type of product and the quality of product that we built. And so we've been in here now for about 2 years, built over 50 homes in this particular community, and really it's just been a great partnership. They did a absolutely fabulous job in developing this particular property to give us a nice variety of home sites. We have level home sites, we have wooded home sites, we have basement home sites, we have cul-de-sac home sites, we have several corner lots that we still have available. So if you're interested in a new home, you may be living inside the city limits of Madison right now, and it's like, you know, it's time for us to do something, it's time for us to make a move. You know, Foxfield is going to be one of those communities that you're definitely going to want to check out. We've rolled over from Walden Preserve, which we've completed, over into Foxfield, and we have a tremendous amount of activity. New home sales professionals are here to help you with your home site selection and just kind of talk to you about, you know, how simple and easy it really is in order to build a new home. So whether if it's Foxfield or any of our communities, we encourage you to come out this weekend or any day, because we're open 7 days a week in all of our communities, and come out and look at a woodland home and give us an opportunity to build a dream home for you, and also with your dream kitchen. So for more information, you can log on to our website, woodlandhomes.com, or you can just simply give us a call at 830-9000. Better yet, we just love to see you come out into the community and check out all of our communities that Woodland Homes are building. So y'all have a great day, and we'll see you out in the community.
At Quality Plus, our motto is don't call 3, call me, because where else can you find North Alabama's finest craftsmen who can handle all of your residential roofing, drywall, and painting needs. At Quality Plus, all work is 100% guaranteed, and no job is too big or too small, whether it's new construction or remodeling. So for your roofing, drywall, and painting needs, don't call 3, call me at Quality Plus Production, 256-990-7578.
Okay, we're back, and I've got Mike here with me. Hey, honey.
Hey, how you doing?
I am good.
Italian.
Yes, we did pizza and pasta
I
today.
Tell you, it smells great, it looks great, and I am starving.
Thank
so
you.
I can't wait to dig into it and taste it.
I think you'll like
and
it.
it looks like you've got your fruit pizza.
Yes, this was
well.
what Mama made when we were growing up, so we loved it. So
Yeah.
I'm passing it on to the viewers, but I was just telling our friends about Foxfield,
Yeah.
and how much it's growing out there, and it's just a beautiful community.
Well, we're actually on the downhill side, meaning that it started with 135 home sites, and I think we're down to about 40 home sites.
Wow.
So, you know, we've been talking about Foxfield over the past couple of years, and really it is the only really premier community in all of Madison. And one of the things that we've been talking about is Madison is basically landlocked with Huntsville, and there is nothing in the horizon as far as an upscale community inside the city limits of Madison. So, you know, that's not going to do anything but, you know, raise prices and appreciate the home values in that particular area. And you know as well as I do, you know, every time I go to Foxfield, I'm like, you know, I look at the Walmart Supercenter that they just built. I look at the Target, but more importantly, how would you like to live less than a mile and a half away from the brand new Madison Hospital and all the growth that's going on in that area?
I agree.
And a lot of doctors who are now working at the Madison Hospital are now, you know, living in Foxfield, and they love it. They love the location. They love the quality, and you know, it's just a great community.
Yeah, the growth out there is incredible. All the restaurants that are coming out in little cute little boutiques and shops, and so people love that. I love not having to venture out far away from where I live to do things like that. So I think it's a great location.
And that's what people are seeing, and that's why our sales are so great at Foxfield right now. And you know,
the high school, oh my gosh, the James Clemens High School.
I tell you,
it's like a university.
You know, Christine, our daughter, she's studying and
to be a high school English teacher.
She is, and so she did an internship there, and she was just super impressed with the new James Clemens School.
The faculty
And as far as the James Clemens School goes, there is just a lot of buzz about how great that school is, and so we're zoned in a great school system, and you know that also adds to the value of our Foxfield community. So in Foxfield, we start in the high $300,000 price range. We go up from there. A lot of our homes are 4 bedrooms, even 5 bedrooms. We do offer several home sites that have basement opportunities where we can do full basements, and we also, our model was last year's 2013 showcase house. So if you want to see top of the line amenities and a home that is appointed to near perfection, then you got to go out and look at the Foxfield model.
Absolutely, I encourage that because it is something to see.
Yeah. So one of the best things about Foxfield, and actually when you deal with Woodland Homes, is our buyback program. We've had a lot of people so far this year take advantage of it. So if you're in a home currently and you're interested in moving up to a little bit larger home, I encourage you to call us and find out information about our buyback program. It's a risk-free offer that we offer our customers, and we have a lot of them taking advantage of it. But if you're interested in the buyback program, give us a call, 830-9000, or if you're interested in any of the Woodland Homes in our area, give us a call, or you can log on to our website, woodlandhomes.com.
And for all the recipes from today's show, you can log on to woodlandhomes.com as well and click on the Dream Home Cooking button, and you'll find them there.
And I've got a great advantage of being here now because I'm getting ready to dig in and eat.
That's right. I'm hungry too. And also, thank you to our sponsors. They are awesome. And if you need to see a list of those, they're on our website as well.
Absolutely. Y'all come
All right,
see us
let's
and have
dig
a
in.
great day.